Good morning, coaches. Today I want to try and provide something different. So in the comments, someone's asked me around a specific area, and that's something I'd rather do. People ask me questions, and then I try and share any knowledge that I've got on that. Now, the question was on how can I improve scanning? So I thought, I just show a couple of different practices. However, the animated sessions below in my videos, there are also some good practices that people can use. But this one's quite simple. So you get a circle and a circle within a circle, and you start with 3 players. I would usually have 12, but it's based on your squad size. So the big thing here is to send the ball. So I want my 10 to check away, and that's the trigger that they want the ball to feed. So as they come in, the 8 sends the ball. Now, as they've travelled in, they should be scanning to see where the 9 is. So throw a look, then receive on the back foot if they can, and then send the ball out. And as they're doing that, the yellows are doing that, and you'd have another group doing it as well. So 3 people working at once. So there's contextual interference here that they have to think. Because if now this player's in here and the ball gets sent in, it might not be the right thing to receive on the back foot because this person's in their way. So they might take it with the outside of their foot and then bring it in here, then send it. You just rotate the players around. So 8 then comes in and they all get a chance to do this. It gives you high reps of it. Now, if you want to progress it further, what you can do is you can put a floating defender in here whose job is just to try and intercept passes. So that progresses up the scanning because they can get lazy as the ball travels in. Yeah, I know where my mate's going to be. If this player's here, they've then got to scan, check, there's an opponent, and also their mate can then get on an open passing line. Now, that's another way. You can then also get the players on the outside, once they've passed it, to move. It's a really good practice for that. Now, if some of your players find that a struggle, so I call that the big pond, that's where there's a lot of chaos, you can then take some of them out and put them in a little pond where they just get lots of reps of the ball being received and then sent it out, and they just keep getting that. Then you can put them back in. You can also use the little pond, so as these people are working, these players who are your gooder ones or your better ones come out and show the next progression. They go out, practice the progression there with you as the coach. You then take them back in and say, right, everyone, let's look at these. Now, the second practice, which is quite good, is you can put your players in a channel instead. Yep. So the difference is balls here, double movement away to come short. As they come short, they check their shoulder. Now, it's the defender's choice whether they then come in. So as the ball travels in, it's a double movement, ball comes in. The defender can then press, and then that person has to work out, do I set the ball back, or can I read the distance between this player, receive, and then drive out past the line? It allows choice because they don't have to come in every time, and if they don't, they receive it, play out, and then you just work from the other end. Double movement away to come short, receive, play out, and then this person becomes the defender. Now, you would have these channels all the way along here, and what this can also then turn into, and both of these are really good, and I'll show a more complex session tomorrow, is midfield rotations. So if you do have any questions about specific things around coaching, my preference is to talk more about coaching behaviors and how to be a good coach, but I'm happy to show some practices every now and then if that's what helps. So if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat and then I'll respond to them as soon as I can.